Oh, I do think we are getting ready to head into the map. There we go. So thank you so much, Trav, for all of the analysis to help us, get some more things out here. And we'll hear more from Trav, of course, after the conclusion of the first map. But it is the first map between Ecstatic and One Win, and I am very ecstatic to see what's gonna happen. That was very bad.
Finger guns blasted
awful.
away. Don't worry about it. Yeah, coming on down to this one. Last playoffs of the day here, and the last best of 3 of the day as well. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed up until now, but it's EU3 to be making ahead here with One Win onto the T side on their own map pick. Inferno, after the changes now, will finally be played a little bit more. I feel like more teams are starting to finally ease their way into it, and it's really fun to see that actually it did make a little bit of a difference. A lot more teams are actually picking into the map rather than shying away from it, because you can actually manage to start to find a couple of executes down onto it. And Lele, on the other hand, though, dualies in hand, doesn't need an execute to find something to work with here, as there you have it, Maze and Nixon. They managed to find headshots of their own, but Geo, that's clean, finds 2 on the Glock, and now Cristo coming in from Banana is going to be looking in for something to deal with out here onto the side, spots out 1 down onto quads, but it doesn't matter anymore. Geo trying to hold it down towards Banana. Can he find anything with the USP? Not just yet. P2000 coming in from Church, and it is going to be Geo attempting the peek on down. Geo on the 3rd, looking in for the ace. Is he going to be able to grab it? He finds the 4th. Now leave it away. Lachik, you have to give away the shot. You have to give away the ace. Right now, Lachik just playing with his foot, playing with the time. Geo, what a start for the Estonian. Ace round in the pistol.
Well, that's certainly a way to get your hopes up. Very nicely done there by Jo and Ecstatic. You know, they did get a couple of early kills, right? They had the player advantage here, but it was just Jo hitting insane shots here. Perfect timing, perfect peaks. Very, very nicely done. And Ecstatic straight away just ecoing it out. USPs and the P2K for Crease 2 and One Win. You will get the Mac 10s. You will give them a chance to try and get all of those eco kills. 8 into apartments, but that's not going to affect anyone because it's 3 players in short for Ecstatic. They're going to stack the ace site, which is, you know, understandable. You want to get all of the pistols onto one part of the map and try and use that as a shield for the site. Even if they don't come, it's not the end of the world. You're not giving anything away to the Mac 10s. If they do, you might get a kill, maybe a couple of kills, and then it's damage dealt. So either way, it's very good for whichever situation. But for now, One Win, they are taking their time. They're slowly checking out B. They're going to realize, well, no one's here, so we can just clearly get onto the site, plant the bomb, and yeah, the round's done, basically.
There you go. Ecstatic just holding it down to the A side. Bomb not yet picked up, though. It's going to be a long one until they realize, yeah, it's a full A stack. You don't need to push into that one. Maybe maximum Ryujin can go in with the Mac 10. Try to find something. But he's out there into apartments. He's going to be waiting his turn until everybody starts running on down towards the B site. And yeah, I mean, looking down to it, Geo has had a great start. The whole of One Win is going to have to play around their momentum, play around their advantages. And Ryujin would be really happy here for any frags he can pick up on the Mac 10. And, ooh, that's going to be 1 from Cristo, actually, shutting him down. There you have it. That's a nice way to start. On the full eco. Geo, on the Mac 10 himself, wants to pick up even more cash than he did on the first round. That's going to be Maze out. Extra 600, and then again, 1.8k going down in the bank out here for Geo. So a great start out here for the Estonian. 8-1 pop. That's a way to start.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Getting a triple kill with a Mac 10 in between like 4 players, that's not an easy feat to pull off. Now Ecstatic will buy up though, so are they gonna hang on to the Mac 10s though? That's the big question. It seems like Maze will hang on to it, which is not necessarily gonna be great, to be honest. I mean, sure, the Mac 10 can deal a lot of damage, but especially against armor, not gonna be all that effective. And I guess maybe if you hide in a corner, you can surprise someone. Okay, we'll see how it goes. The 2 Mac 10 saved over, and they're going to be played out in this first spy round for ECSTATIC. 1 win, though, this time. They don't really have a lot of access to Banana. It's ECSTATIC with very good map control. Although there's a Molly, Neelan will just try and walk through the smoke, and Unlele will take him down. Maze down to 15 HP, but he makes it safely away with the utility in his back pocket. Will drop it for his teammate, and they will try to send him towards the A site to help out, as 1 win are slowly getting control over mid and trying to push further into the site.
This is a good little angle coming in from Mace. He could actually be able to catch off at least one here onto Archways, as Nixon trades on down to Ryujin, makes this one a 4v3. It's still going to be an A hit. It's still going to be an attempt to take control of brackets, as a very low HP Maze is going to be backing away. Bomb, though, prepares itself for B. This will be a turnaround hit onto the B side. Oh, but look at this. Everybody from the A side is ready to rotate here as Geo finds yet another one. 9-1 is going to be looking in for the 10th as well. And Lele, good little setup down on towards Church. The Mac 10 is going to get taken on down. 30 seconds left to plan away that bomb, and nobody checks in for Lele, who shuts down Latchik. Looks in for the second. Geo's just on a roll now, though. 1v1, and Buster wants to plant. Let's see him go. Nixon versus Buster. And Nixon is very close to that webcam. Oh, but does a lot of damage onto Buster. That's a dink in from the A1S. Needs one more, and he's done with it. He's found it. Time taken away. He doesn't have a defuse kit. Needs to move in fast, and Buster knows about it. So he's going to be playing down the corner, down out here on Banana, and he just has to wait. That's all he needs to do. The nade was expended. Nixon has nothing to do right now. Doesn't have a smoke, doesn't have the defuse kit, has to tap it away, and Buster knows he just has to wait. He just has to play for the time, and right now, that's exactly what he does. What was that from Nixon, though? Right idea, right direction, and now it doesn't matter. Time ticked away, and he wins out the round. Buster, well played. As it is going to be 2-0 out here for the T side.
The patience pays off. 1 win, able to claim a 3rd round, even though it was very, very close. Trading effectively here, ECSTATIC. It feels like, you know, maybe we started off with not really giving all of the chances to ECSTATIC. It's a tactical pause called in by them as well, just pretty early on. We do see Krisu talking quite a lot there in the tactical pause, even though, you know, that's the time for the coach to be talking, but maybe he does have something. I don't even think, at least on HLTV, doesn't say that they have a coach, so maybe he's taking both of those roles.
I think when they were bought up by Gaimin Gladiators, the whole lineup was bought out. So I think the coach also went on over to Gaimin.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Fair enough. So in this one, they will buy up, even though Krisu's only playing with an MP9. That's no problem. The MP9 can still deal quite a lot of damage. We'll see how it plays out for ECSTATIC. It's 1 win for now. They are feeling good. Smoke for Deep Banana, I think, is a little too late, and that might actually allow 1 win to push through it, because they know there's no one close that can, you know, deal some damage, because they've seen that no one pushed in yet. Although ECSTATIC, so far, you know, they are doing a pretty good job at taking control over Banana, and for some of those teams, some of the newly formed teams, it is sometimes hard to take control over the map and use that to your advantage, but I think ECSTATIC are doing a pretty good job, at least in Banana 4 now. Towards mid, though, they have 3 players. They have a line of defense here towards the A site, and can that be broken by 1 win? That is the big question. A couple of flashes could do the job, but ECSTATIC do have quite a good crossfire setup here.
They do indeed. Try to hold it down, smoke away to try to deny long. The nade's gonna be the peak on down here, and that's gonna be the first one from Christo, traded on down by Geo. Ryujin still goes crazy down towards short, though. That's gonna be a 2-for-1. Looking on down for the Moto player, it's gonna be Nixon trying to deny down to the A side. Looking on out for a frag, finds one, but only one. Geo, again, 12-2. This man just doesn't stop. He goes and keeps on going. Bomb planted. And now Maze and Anlele forced to retreat, forced to save. This is gonna be the 4th on the board, and 4th in a row here for 1 win. As my goodness, Bob, this is looking incredible from Geo. I mean, he just goes in, finds openers. Ryujin was right behind him, helped him out, find yet another, and that's how they open up the site. This is a one-man army, literally in the making.
Yeah, at least in the past 3 months, he is the second best rated player right after Ladek, and well, he's living up to his name, right? He's dealing a lot of damage. Surely, started off with an ace in the pistol round. That gave him some confidence, you know, that would give anyone some confidence if you start off with 5 kills after the first round. But he's still hitting very, very nice headshots, and if I'm not mistaken, I was checking out the cameras of ECSTATIC when we were checking around. I'm pretty sure a couple of players are... Not, I wouldn't necessarily say boot camping, but they're in the same place, so that also plays out quite interestingly, right? For a team that is slowly on the upbringing and slowly playing, you know, molding the team to the form that they want. Having a boot camp as well does certainly help with team play and all of that, and outside the game, not only inside the game, of course. Round number 5, though. And a couple of M4s saved over alongside the pistols. It is on Lele by himself covering the B site. Does have a good set of utility to try and stop any kind of aggression out of 1win. But 1win will understand that something's up here, considering no one is close by. They haven't taken control of Banana, which means they do not have the means to take control over Banana. Flash comes in. Buster... and just to fire off a couple of shots before going back, playing it safely. In the meantime, Ryujin making sure no one's pushing in through mid or second mid. And the smoke will be deployed by Lele as 1win. They slow things down. They're just waiting for the util. There's enough time to just wait out and play as soon as the smoke fades.
Lele needs to get back to his side here. He's the only man holding down the line here, and it's going to be an all-out execute coming in from 1win in just a second here. The moment that smoke goes away, it's over, it's done. And Lele, how many can you find? He's calling out to his team, but nobody's really approaching. Nobody's really trying to help him out. 30 seconds, Nixon finds one, and ooh, and Lele runs away through the flash, manages to find a bit of damage onto Nealon and Buster. Finds them both down to under 20 HP, and Cristo, great headshot, finds Nealon, who was already down low. It's gonna be a 3v5 now. Not even the post plan just yet. Buster checks him behind. Nutnut shuts him down. 2v5 now. And let's see if it's gonna be making it happen. No, they're not. 1win losing out. Such an important round here on an eco for ECSTATIC. There you have it. Lachic's gonna fall. And this is ECSTATIC written all over it. In the 5th round, they go in for an eco. And now look at their economy pop. It is booming. And they are ready to get back into this game.
Yeah, that is a very impressive round win. And they're certainly going to be using that to slowly make their way back into this game. If they can use kind of the same strategies to surprise 1win, of course, it's not going to be the same, right? When you do not have the pistols, when you have the full buy, you're not going to be that aggressive. You're not going to be taking peeks like that, but maybe that's the key, right? Because so far, 1win, they have been playing pretty slow. They have not really been too aggressive in certain positions, and ECSTATIC can actually use that to their advantage. This time, it's just going to be an eco out of 1win, so it should be a walk in the park here for ECSTATIC. The crossfire is set up well, and they do take down Nixon, but it seems like that could be the only kill that they get. Ladek, 1-on-4. He is being pushed from Banana right now by Lele. Only Glock in hand. If he's able to get this kill and, you know, deal some damage, that's still going to be a-okay, considering it was just basically an eco round. Slowly pushing through mid. The bomb is being held from all different directions, but he wants a deagle. Doesn't really want the bomb.
I mean, can he really do a lot with the bomb in this position?
Yeah,
I think he do more.
You can't really shoot with the bomb. You can with the deagle,
yeah,
though.
It's weird. You can't make the bomb explode that easily. Imagine you could just post up the bomb on a wall. Oh.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay. Imagine if he hits that as well. Then it gets a little scary. You know, Nut goes back. And Lele holds down from mid. There was no way for Ladek to get the op, but still. Good try. Gets another kill. Another weapon that ECSTATIC have to reinvest into. So that's money wasted for their side. Or not wasted necessarily, but wasted by Ladek. So it's going to be the second round on the board for ECSTATIC, and 1win should be able to get a pretty good buy to try and answer back. Because so far, ECSTATIC, they seem to have found the winning formula. Let's see if they can replicate it in this round. Crease 2 already peeking down into mid with the op. There are players coming in from second mid from one win, although in Banana, Neelan, he kept trying to answer back against the control of ECSTATIC, and he was able to do so in this round. I mean, he gets Banana completely empty right now, and he's pulling away a third player from the A site.
He is indeed not ready to try to deny. Oh my goodness, brings out the knife somehow. Doesn't only find one, helped out Nixon to find a second as well. I'm surprised he stayed alive for that long in that situation. But that was a bit awkward. Bomb going to be planted onto the A site now. Cristo still attempts to find the retake. It's 3v3 either way, so nothing left to lose out here. They have more than enough cash to buy back into the next round, but it looks like they're falling back. Here comes the peek, and that's the headshot. Lachik finds one, looks as if for the second, locks it in, and now the third spotted and taken down. Lachik, beautifully done. Quadra kill into this round. Manages to bring it about for one win once again. Even picks up the AWP. This is 5-2. ECSTATIC. Sure, they have another full buy, but this is getting kind of scary out here for the Danes.
Yeah, it looked like one win never expected a player to be on balcony, but even with that little mistake, just very, very nicely covered here by Lade, getting himself a quad kill in this round. Very important, and he's able to get the op out as well. Signature weapon, of course, for Lade, as Trav was mentioning, the X-Hopper for Aurora. ECSTATIC, we're able to afford another buy, unless they save. Could be going into an eco, spamming away this maze, dealing some damage early on, but his teammate was left hanging by himself on Lele. He stuck around while as his teammate just backed away. Maybe a little bit of a communication issue, but that's not the right way to go about it.
It is not. Coming on down though. Low HP for Neelan. Buster onto 41. It's going to be Nut trying to get on in. That's going to be Ryujin finding him, shutting him down immediately. And now it's going to be the trade on back. Nixon managed to find him. He's 11-4 as well. He's doing a great job, just like Jiu, to keep ECSTATIC in this game. However, onto the CT side, it's tougher to be at all places at the same time. To try to deny these pushes, deny these players. Gio, speaking of the devil, he doesn't manage to find Nixon. So the 1v1 goes astray here for one win, and it's going to be Cristo finding yet another. Holding down the B side by himself here. Going to get caught out, but not for long, as he misses out the shot. Lachik trades him out. 2v2, 4 HP onto Nixon. In a post-spawn situation, there is a defuse kit onto the low HP player. But Maze, he needs to come back around as well. The IGL checking into Church is going to be huge if he can find Lachik here. But it's a double up setup on the defense. Neelan found his first frag just in this round. And now ECSTATIC, they're looking like they want to save. But Nixon, he is going to be going in for it. At least moving up his way bit by bit. Time ticking away. Lachik shuts down the IGL and Nixon needs to run away. He's going to die from the bomb here any second either way. So he's making a run for it. And there you have it, 6-2. This is going to be one win, taking away the half. And starting things off well onto their T side for Inferno.
Well, that has got to be the weirdest push into the B side I've ever seen, but, you know, if you want to mess with the enemies up crosshair, just jump around. I guess it works.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it worked, didn't it?
Yeah. Sure.
And also the fact that when we're allowed to start off onto their T side, right? I think we can both agree that Inferno has been way more of a T side map than it was before. Now, especially after the changes.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the thing is, you know, the retakes are very complicated, as I mentioned. Well, I'll go back on that because it's aggression here from ECSTATIC, and Maze surprises Neelan. Nixon is also pushed up against mid, but Buster wins that duel. What I wanted to say is that, you know, as the retakes are hard for the CTs, especially when they have the player disadvantage, it's still kind of complicated to get onto the site. So I think out of all of the maps, it's the closest we have to a 50-50. But I do understand where you're coming from, the T side. Whenever you know, you usually have more players pushing into the site than the players defending. So by the time you get into the site, if it's a 3-on-3, the CTs are more inclined to just save, because especially on the A side, it's just so complicated. You expose yourself to so many angles. So coming back into the game though, ECSTATIC taking down Crease 2 and making that a 4-on-3. As ECSTATIC and Buster are tagged up, but if they do choose the B side on Lele's by himself, and if they're able to take him down quickly, it should be a done deal here. Smoke for Banana as Lele is slowly backing away, and I think he might have gotten the wrong idea. They might just stack the A site and just say, if they come A, we'll fight them. If they don't, well, we'll just save, and save it will be, because one win, they're just in front of this smoke. Gonna need it open, but there's no one here. 20 seconds left, and they're gonna realize it. It's an empty site.
And empty dreams as well, because you've been saving so much right now. It is 7-2, right? I mean, I don't know. CT side, you'd be expecting just a tad bit more out of a map that, as you mentioned, is getting pretty darn close to a 50-50. Even though it's not T-sided, even though it's not CT-sided, definitely, it is a map where you need to have at least 4 rounds put up on the board to make it possible. And right now, we don't get to see those 4 rounds on the board for ECSTATIC. It's been, what? We're getting into the 9th round here. We're going away from the 9th round into the 10th here. And yet, ECSTATIC have only managed to muster up 2. 1 win. They are definitely decisive. They're definitely one of the rosters that we were expecting individual performances from, like Lachik and Gio right now. But it's not all about them, right? They can be put down. They can be shut away with good util, with well thought out plans. But right now, we don't get to see that out of the Danes, out of the pickup team that was formed in really hastily for ECSTATIC. Although, we still get to see blisters and little hopes and bursts coming out here from people like Nixon, right? He's 12-5. He's doing a great job at keeping ECSTATIC alive, at finding these frags. It's just not enough. He needs a duo. He needs a partner to rise through the ranks here and take down Gio and Lachik. And who will that be? Because Christo is looking like a candidate.
Oh, maybe Maze as he makes his way closer to the smoke. Oh, wow, Neelan. What a reaction. Taking down Maze instantly with a quick headshot, even though Neelan is not having the best start of the game. Very important shot to find, because that pulls ECSTATIC back towards CT. They did boost up, though. That could be a little bit of a surprise for 1 win if they decide to push into the B site. But as we've seen so far out of 1 win, they do enjoy playing it quite slowly, putting pressure on both of those sites, trying to take the attention away from one of the side to the other, and in the end decide where they want to go based on what happens. Where's the different sides? Because right now they have 3 players towards B, Jo and Ryujin. They're looking for some pressure built up onto the A site, and maybe there's some reaction out of ECSTATIC on B, maybe a rotation, maybe a reposition. Something that 1 win can play off of, but nothing's been heard. So now they will start to reposition. 30 seconds left on the clock. They will have to start pushing quite soon here, otherwise it will be a problem running out of time. In short, though, Crease 2 will take down Neelan, and there's no answer back yet. Buster, he's still on B, but the bomb is nowhere close. Buster could be found here by Nixon.
Oh, there you have it. This could have been a great rotate shutdown, right? Buster could have found the double, and this could have been a good post plan coming out here for 1 win, but now it's a 2v3. Make it a 2v2, actually. Now you could see him call out, damn, okay, I fell. 2v2 now, coming in from middle. It's going to be Nixon and Lele versus Lachik and Gio, and this is a deadly duo to be messing up around with, right? Gio 16-6, Lachik 10-3. He's on the op as well, checking down towards short. It's going to be the double peek on in from balcony and short, and Nixon, he's just making his way around out here. Through to the haystacks. It's not hay bales anymore, it's a car, but it doesn't matter. And Lele is going to be looking in for the upper. Time to get away. Doesn't have the timer to really run on down towards the side. Gio sees him, shuts him down, and there you have it. That's the round. Coming out for 1 win yet again as they manage to reach a very big advantage. 8-2. Even if they find an 8-4, it's still really it's just way too down in the rounds. It's gonna be really tough for ECSTATIC to try to make a comeback out of this one. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a half already, and it's not even over.
Just some curiosities that I've had about this round that was just played. You know, they still had Buster in B, even though they were struggling to get onto A and they were running out of time. And at the same time, you know, they couldn't necessarily like clear out the site completely. Thankfully, Jo hits the shot onto the player in pit, but it was just a little awkward, you know. Whenever we see those teams that enjoy playing really slowly and getting onto the sites when there's about 10 seconds left, there's bound to be situations where you have a disadvantage or where you don't have enough information and you're risking a lot. I mean, ECSTATIC taken down in that round in short, that's round over. If the player in pit just peeks into short and takes down the bomb carrier, there's not enough time to retrieve the bomb and plant it after you get the kill. So, assuming quite a lot of risks here, but ECSTATIC are not able to use that against one win. And as you mentioned, 8-2, it is a very comfortable situation for one win right now. Although, look at ECSTATIC, they're rotating 2 more players towards A to help out with the defense. So, Chris2 not hitting that shot, though. Was very close to getting a kill onto Buster. There's 4 players on A from the side of... Oh, ooh. God! From the side of ECSTATIC. ECSTATIC, I think he shot towards short. Nixon is on 15, so yeah. But unfortunately, JO's head was in the way. And he's the heavy hitter. That's the worst that could happen.
Yeah, ECSTATIC was like, you're not taking away my top spot. I'm finding these kills, and shuts down his own teammate here. As it's gonna be a 3v5 now. You mentioned it, yeah, Nixon down to 15. He was shot through the head of Gio. But now, it's gonna be a B hit, and it still could work out, funnily enough. Because this is gonna be the execution. It's gonna be Crystal alongside his teammate trying to hold it on down here, and it's gonna be Maze with an MP9. So, not gonna be that tough to try to deny, but there you have it. Buster will be shut down. And now, 2v2 on the push on down to the B side. That's going to be one going in for the bomb plant. Checking in from Church. The Opper is not going to hit any lucky shots this time around. And now a 2v4. Pop, can they make it happen?
I was wondering if there's a gap here towards CT. This can actually help out ECSTATIC quite a lot. But he's going to reposition. He goes towards new box. And Chris2 was locked in onto the angle. ECSTATIC trying to reposition when he's not really needed to reposition. Not will take down Neelan, and it's gonna be the round for ECSTATIC. Quite a lot of mistakes here. 1 win in this round. I think that team kill really destabilized the round for 1 win. You know, because ECSTATIC was surely very close into getting that kill onto Nixon. I mean, if his teammate didn't have his head in the way, it would have been a kill. Yeah, just so unfortunate. Because the other way around is ECSTATIC gets a kill. Sure, they are pushing into still 3 players onto that A site, but they have the player advantage. And also, there was no team kill to, you know, destabilize the momentum for them. Because, you know, ECSTATIC was feeling bad and the team was like, oh God, now we're losing up. We lost a player, and also Maze got another kill, so it was a 3-on-5 in the end. So yeah, it was a lot of mistakes just bundled up together. But Neelan, oh my, what a shot onto Maze.
It's like Neelan has these one-liners, right? He stays quiet throughout the whole entire first half, and then just randomly he goes to banana and finds a crazy headshot to open up the round. I'm not gonna say no, because every team needs an opener, and if that's gonna be the openers you get, then you'll take them, right? But right now, 4v5, make that a 4v4. Not still left alive, but maybe not for long. Buster trades him out, and now it's going to be Ryujin to help out and to finish what Gio started there. Make this one a 2v3, and a big nade down on towards Cristo as well. Turning the timer from whatever it was before to 40. Now ticking away, and then Lele, he's taking a desperate amount of time out here into middle to try to clear out all the angles needed. But maybe you should have taken out a little bit more time even, because Neelan finds himself on a double.
Ryujin will close it out, and it will be 9-3 favoring 1 win. Still a very one-sided first half. Still 1 win looking so good against ECSTATIC, even with all the things bundled together against them. So it's going to be very complicated for ECSTATIC to come back into this one. But then again, the map that I personally thought that ECSTATIC could stand a chance on was the second map. It was Ancient, so this one kind of plays like how we expected it to. Although still, we just saw that Vertigo just less than an hour ago, where it almost went the other way from a 9-3 half. So, you know, it's the score. The old 11-4 now is 9-3. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. But now 1 win on the CT side. Are they gonna look to be just as passive? They send 4 players towards A, and by the looks of it, it seems like they read the situation right.
it looks like they have. Zonix Law might still be alive even in CS2. Coming on down, it's gonna be Brackets Control out here for 1 win. They could deny this whole push, depends on how Crystal peeks out. Oh, but this is gonna be the Apartments Waterfall actually starting up first before the actual Brackets push. And here comes the Moto Smoke, here comes the execution. Lachik trying his best, but he's fully flashed away. He's still not dead yet somehow though. And now looking down towards the side, it's gonna be a lot of damage. And Nealon finds something, Ryujin on the double, and Lele trades it out, but maybe it's not enough. Nutnut finds something, and 22 HP remaining onto Nutnut. They're calling it out. They know that someone's in the smoke, but they don't know correctly. Planning away in the corner of the bomb site, it's going to be the tap away only. And Buster and Nealon, they're taking their time. They realize they don't have to worry about this one. They don't have to be this aggressive all the time in the world. And now it's going to be the lurk around coming in from Apartments. I don't think Anlele is going to check this one. USP goes on down towards Graveyard, finds the first one. Buster gets him, and now Nutnut, the last man standing, only 22 HP, and he's gonna fall. Bomb planted, sure, but this is the pistol round for 1 win, and this was all that was needed to get them over the line. It's double digits, and it's do or die for ECSTATIC. They need to go flawless to get back into this game.
Very nicely done here by 1 win. I mean, the double peak was well timed as well. I think it just seems like, you know, the experience those players have is just showing against ECSTATIC, right? Because even with this push, it felt like it wasn't as coordinated as we expected. Because if they started pushing through mid as soon as the first player jumps out of Apartments, it would have been perfect. If I'm not mistaken, both Ryujin and Nealon were looking in the direction, or not Nealon, Latic were looking towards Apartments, so they could have surprised them there. But just that slight delay of a couple of seconds was enough for, you know, Ryujin to readjust, get a second kill as well, and very nicely done overall here by 1 win. ECSTATIC do decide to force up, hence they planted the bomb, so they do have the weapons out. So there's chances for ECSTATIC to answer back. If this one doesn't go right, though, could be map point for 1 win.
Could be. On down to 1 win, doing the exact same thing again, though. Again, bracket control, very important, apparently, on this side of the map. And it's going to be Buster to run on out, be that B anchor, have the smoke ready. He throws it out, thinking that this is indeed a push. By the way, there's a big gap in that smoke. Don't know if that's deliberate or not. But Nutnut starts to move on in through long, and it's going to be the crunch on down towards the middle part of the map. Nealon finds 3, and there you have it, Nealon pulling on when you need to do. That's the Quadra coming out of the A1S, and it could have been the Ace as well, but the MP9 steals one away. There you have it, getting so close to having 2 aces in the same map. This is just domination coming out of 1-1.
You were talking about one-liners out of Nealon. Sometimes he gets an entry, sometimes he gets a quad kill. I mean, it's one or the other, isn't it? There's no in between. So, very, very nicely done. Nealon just no problem controlling the spray and everything.
In 1 clip only as well. In 1 magazine.
Yeah.
He finds them all.
Quad kill with only 20 bullets. 11-3 right now. 1 win. 2 rounds away from closing out this first map. And it could be just 1 round away because it's just an eco here out of ECSTATIC. Big peek down mid, no one spotted, although Anlele was hiding in under. Taking their time here, ECSTATIC. They want to try and, you know, deal as much damage as they can. Because if they do win the first spy round, then they have to force 1 win into an awkward position, into an eco or something of the sort. Or an awkward buy. Flash comes through. They don't really blind anyone. Ryujin, that's Nealon helping him out. And Ryujin with a double kill. Very nice adjustment. And it's all down to Maze. Jo wants this kill, and he's gonna get it. 12 on the board and map point for 1 win.
Yeah, this is just, again, a blowout. It's going absolutely in the direction of 1 win, and it's about to be ended off really quickly as well, because sure, ECSTATIC are going to have themselves a bye, but what can you do when you have players that shoot this well coming out of 1 win? Just well played in general, and honestly, I was expecting this kind of performance coming out of Inferno, but as you mentioned before, next map up is Ancient. It's the only chance that ECSTATIC have really got to bring around the momentum in their favor, and to try to show us a reverse sweep, a possibility of them winning out this best of 3, because they're not coming into this one as favorites, mind you, right? They're coming into this one as big dark horses. And will these horses manage to actually win out the race or not? That is the question. But right now, this is looking like a bit of an unwinnable race, as the nades are raining on down a parade towards Banana. It's going to be 1 win again to try to hold them down. ECSTATIC just preparing for 1 big push to end it all off in the end here. Let's see.
They are inching closer and closer to B. There's the peek out of Buster. Flash doesn't come in, but Laddick and Jo, they're hitting their shots. Jo will be falling, and Laddick actually follows suit. Did take a re-peek into a double peek there. Not eliminated by Ryujin, and we saw the frustration on his face there. Because right now it's a 2-on-2, and it is doable for the side of 1 win. They are being held by a single player. Oh, but Christu, he heard the steps. Is there a nade? I think, yeah, Neelan has one. Flashes do come in. There's no need for a nade. Christu was forced to fall back. Nixon still has the op towards Coffins. And Ryujin gonna wait for a second. Nixon lands the shot, and it's Neelan. It's time for another one-liner out of him, and he's gonna take down Christu. Nade dropped. That could be
no
enough.
way.
He's low HP. No, Nixon. He's gonna stay alive. Tries to push through. And Neelan gets off the bomb. Nixon will save the day for the side of ECSTATIC. Very, very close. I think if the nade was a little bit more to the right, it could have been the round. Nice try there by Neelan, but he will be ECSTATIC to claim 4. And they need 8 more to force out overtime.
Even I was a little bit frustrated coming out of that one, because that could have been such a beautiful clutch coming out here for 1 win to end off the series. Well, to end off the first map, really. So, yeah, very nice attempt coming out here. Nixon definitely played his part, though. He decided to just go all out, and you got to see him there at the end, fist bumping away all of his teammates. Because they did do it. They did manage to find it, and they did manage to win it on out. They keep themselves in the game for just a little bit longer, and now it's going to be a big nade down onto Nixon, and the second one as well. 24 HP remaining. And, ooh, look at Geo. Trying to hold it on down, and Lele finds Buster, shuts him down immediately. Now Geo tries to hold it, and Lele, this is a nice opener. Looking on down for the double. Latchik trades it out immediately, though. So no more B push coming on down here.
They're trying to change up the play, go towards the A site, but Ryujin and Neelan will start pushing through apartments. Timing could favor them. Oh, they're not going towards short here. ECSTATIC. Ryujin takes down Christu. There's the trade out of Nut, but Neelan, he's close by. Bomb goes down. And with a minute left on the clock, Nixon, 24 HP. He has to get another round in the bag for his team to keep them alive here on Inferno. But it is going to be so complicated. Laddick not rotating just yet because Neelan abandoned the bomb, just allowing Nixon to get the bomb back and then played around as a 2v1. But Neelan, he's in the right position to stop Nixon from getting the bomb timing. Oh, might actually favor Neelan. Is he gonna push through? Oh, he is, but when is he gonna stop? Oh, he goes through apartments. This is very awkward, but Nixon will have to drop the molly. That confirms this position. Neelan will jump out. He's gonna take him down, and it will be 1 win, claiming the first map. Neelan, he ended with 15 and 8. He was like
here for ECSTATIC, the only chance they have at taking away this game and bringing it back for us on a possible reverse sweep. This is the beginning, this is the start. It's Ancient on the second map, and before in the first, Nixon was the only one to pop off here for ECSTATIC, so hopefully we're gonna get to see more players actually start putting up the numbers as well. It's still me, Atro, on the mic alongside Pop here, the remaining duos here to bring you possibly the last map of the day here, Pop, aren't we?
Yeah, as I said, could be the last map of the day, but not jump to conclusions just yet. ECSTATIC, they are on the T side, and they're getting 3 players close to Red Room, where Neelan is waiting, and ECSTATIC is coming in to help out, but ECSTATIC, they were looking at this position. Oh, they check him late, but they still do not allow him to get any kills.
Whoa. What is this?
That's a nice jump, and he's not dead, so I guess it worked out. But Lele, look at that, he gets himself a double kill. And now it's a 4-on-2 favoring the side of ECSTATIC, with Buster in a pretty good position. Buster is actually inside the cave, so that's cut off for the side of ECSTATIC. And Lele, a third to take down Ryujin, and Buster has to clutch up. Gets one onto Maze. There's 3 players ready to peek on a moment's notice. Not might have spotted Buster there, and he actually gets the headshot. 5 HP, that's enough. ECSTATIC, they get the pistol round.
What a round from Alele. He starts things off just jumping into the side, basically running on down through middle, managed to help out Nutnut find the first, and then he just wiggles his way into the site, right? He just starts jumping, he manages to find the 2, and then the 3rd there at the end as well, wins out the round for ECSTATIC, and there you have it. Nutnut on a double kill as well, looking pretty damn nice. 1 win, we'll have to full eco onto this one, and it's going to be a 2-0 start here for ECSTATIC, so not bad. I would definitely say not bad starting things off here for the Danes, as they're going to be having a free B-bomb site to be winning out the 2nd round, and we'll just have to see if middle here for 1 win is going to be proving themselves any worth, as they do manage to find 1, and Lele is looking like the new Gio.
ECSTATIC, not a lot he can do here with a USB. Maybe a chance to take down Lele if he pushes through towards Donut. Maybe, you know, deal some more damage, because the round is basically over. I mean, you can't really do all that much with only an USB. Technically, he could just walk through mid and get himself onto the B side, but ECSTATIC, they are taking that into account, making sure that no one slips by. And of course, ECSTATIC has no idea that that could be a possibility, so he's just gonna try and hang around, see if he can catch someone off guard. He himself is caught off guard by Nixon. It is ECSTATIC to claim the 2nd round here on Ancient, but it's going to be a full buy. So 1 win. What's the reaction here? Are they going to be aggressive through mid? Are they going to put more players onto the sites and more or less leave mid up for grabs? A lot of questions that should be answered with this first buy round, because it should be the first proper setup that we do see out of 1 win. Because of course, so far it's only been pistols for them, and you know, I've got a lot of util here. Neelan goes down into mid, and he actually deals a good amount of damage to Lele and Nixon.
As indeed, Mac 10 still ready to go, though it's a full buy round coming out of 1 win, and it's a bonus out here for the T side. So they're going to be happy trying to get as much as they're able to do out here into this round. Even if they don't win it, the more damage, the more welcome it's going to be. Buster holding down the line here. Mac 10 will fall, looking for the 2nd. Christo trades it. We had a beautiful view of that one. Christo just jumping into frame there. As the 4v4 ensues, Bomb is looking like it's wanting to go on over to the B side, but currently ECSTATIC have people everywhere on the map. Very spread out, not necessarily wanting to execute down onto a single side just yet, as 1 win are already trying to make up space, right? They're pushing down through the middle, and you're going to get to see it right now. Neelan finding 1, looking in for the 2nd. Oh, and Lele! There you have it! Manages to find them both, shuts them down, and brings out the manpower advantage back up in ECSTATIC's favor.
ECSTATIC still hanging around towards the B site. Crease 2 has been spotted, but he finds info for his teammates as well. Nade comes in, smoke blown open, but nothing found by ECSTATIC so far. Jo joining his teammate, FAMAS in hand. ECSTATIC, there's no reason to peek for them. You can just wait onto the site, and just by waiting, they win the round, because 1 win. They will back away, save the weapons. And it's a good start. It's something you want to see out of ECSTATIC, because first map was a complete one-sided affair for the side of 1 win, and you need this one to build up confidence. ECSTATIC will take down Chris 2, so Jo could eventually upgrade to an M4. But apart from that, the round is basically over. third on the board for ECSTATIC. And are they able to buy up once again here? Barely, maybe? They could be buying up once again, yeah, and forcing the issue onto ECSTATIC. I mean, usually, you know, if the first buy round doesn't go right, by the time we get around to the second buy round, the team that has yet to win a round, they start to realize how the enemy team plays. So ECSTATIC need to be very careful of not only of this round, of course, because this one could still turn dangerous, but the following one, the second buy round for one win, because they can become very scary by that point.
Yeah, but this is exactly what ECSTATIC needed, right? You mentioned it. They need that motivation back, but they also need the confidence. And what better way to do it than to find 3 in a row here on your own map pick? It's the reason why we were looking forward a little bit optimistically for ECSTATIC. Not a lot optimistically, because we still kind of dumpstered on them a little bit when it came down to the predictions. But again, if they're able to pick up a good Ancient here, they do still have chances to try to bring it back on that third map of Mirage as well. So it's not all lost. It's not all yet over based off of the first map of a 13-4. As they win this round, and they've won just as many rounds as they did throughout the whole entire first map. So there you go. But this is going to be a push down middle. One win. Not taking any control of mid. It looks like if, well, if the AWP is not going to be on Latchik, then they're not sending anyone down on middle. And I'm fine with that for now. But it's going to get real tough out here onto the extremities to try to hold it on down. The 5-7 of Buster, he's going to be looking to try to find something, at least on Crystal. If he manages to find one, it's going to be good enough. As here comes the execution, here comes the Molotovs and the flashes, the smokes, the whole shebang, the whole 9 yards. And yet they're still pushing into A because it's 25 seconds remaining and they need to get that bomb down somewhere.
Unfortunately, one win sent the weapons towards B, but Lily could be the one to cut off the rotation. Look at Buster, though, almost taking down Nixon. The 5-7 of Neelan gets 2, and that is bombed down. 2-on-1 as Nixon gets the kill onto Laddick, but he's on 10 HP and there's a second left, so ECSTATIC, they left it up to time, and the 5-7s prevailed. Oh my god, that was nasty from the side of one win, and I was talking about, you know, the second buy round and all that. We're not gonna get there. We're gonna get a round for one win earlier. Surprising with the pistols. And ECSTATIC might have taken too long for their own well-being. And albeit that was a very nice shot on the Nixon, there was no way for him to get the bomb and to get to the site. So one win, that is a heavy blow dealt to ECSTATIC, and now ECSTATIC, they will force up on Lily on a Deagle, not on a Mac-10. They do have a de-op for Chris too. But if they decide to start pushing onto a site, that Deagle and the Mac-10 might not be the right weapons to use. Chris 2 takes down J.O. though, so that is a good opening kill. And Buster is going to have a very hard job here of defending as he gets one kill, but is traded out.
There you go. That's going to be a good one. Nixon, though, back in game, back on play. Sure, and Lily's 8-1, but he's going to be here as well. 6-1, trying to keep it together. Nixon finds his 7th, and that's a triple kill on here for Nixon already. Brings about the round and completely turns it on its head, as ECSTATIC will be able to pick up 4 here. Latchik, I think he heard something down on that pistol. But this was a round that ECSTATIC were not even expecting to win, and now look at them go. Latchik, I don't think he ever checks behind here, but neither does Enlele, so they pass by each other, and Latchik manages to shut him down. AWP still preserved out here, but for how long? As the push on down from T-Spawn is going to be there, and Christo should be able to shut him down, but whiff-sought the shot, and oh, there you go. Headshot connects. ECSTATIC win out another great round, and now they keep the momentum alive, they keep it going for the T side, and Ancient is looking better and better by the round here for the Danes.
Yeah, a very good answer. Also finding the opening kill there was a big feat. And you were talking about Nixon, you know, having a lot of impact and getting a lot of kills in the previous map. Well, he's doing just that in this one as well. He's only 7-1, surprisingly, even though I would have expected him to see with many more kills on the board already, but he is getting a lot of very important kills, a lot of nice headshots and all of that. Priest 2, though, very good double kill, wasn't overwhelmed by the presence of the pistols, and if this one goes flawlessly to the side of ECSTATIC, That is going to help their case, you know, getting the economy going and all of that. They have been surprised themselves, as I said, by a half buy before. But as long as they have the economy to fall back onto, they're going to feel good about it. As Buster and Jo, the last two players alive, I mean, the save is the fairest option, at least for Jo here. Buster does only have a deagle in hand, and he's going to miss a couple of shots. Will go down to Maze. Jo, the bomb is actually coming towards him, and Jo, oh, he dings two players, but he's not gonna get any kills. I was thinking, you know, they can line up inside the pass-through from Jaguar to Cave, so he would have had a chance if he found the better timing, but it is 5-1.
It is indeed 5-1, and that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon, honestly. I mean, with the way that things have been going, 1-win, they are being run over. That's the best I can put it right now. Forced by round coming out here for the CT side, and the CIS squad is going to be trying to just hold it in together here the best they can to try to find that second. That's a good start coming out of Ryujin. Pushes in through a smoke and a flash, finding Anlele, shutting him down. He's 10-3, so putting a stop to the monster is definitely going to be good out here for a start on round number 7. Buster to try to hold lane control as everybody from that T side will be moving into the B side. And it is going to be Gio on an MP9 to try to deny. Now, out here onto this one, they've got a lot of cash to work with the T side here. ECSTATIC do not have to worry about losing out around. They don't have to worry about pushing on in and losing out just overall economy, because they've got more to work with, right? Their resources right now are not a problem. What is a problem is the fact that 1-win have bought back into this one, and they've already had the man advantage. They could try to climb their way back into this one, but economy is utility's been looking quite good here, as they managed to find one with the help of Cristo. Nutnut finds another one down onto Buster, trades him out 3v3, but 1 HP onto Nutnut only. A single flash could take him down, and talking about taking him down, Neelan will be fighting him, but we'll be doing the meet and greet in the graveyard. This is Ryujin and Lachik versus Cristo and Maze. And don't tell me they're saving. There's no way.
I mean, Ryujin's still very close, but Lachik is taking the long way around, and they only have a defuse kit onto Lachik. Perfect timing out of Ryujin. There's only a single player left. It's Maze. He hasn't been spotted. He's just in the corner. Lachik hits the shot, and the defuse kit is on his back, so he's gonna get the defuse. Second round for 1-win. Very nicely done there. Well timed the retake there. Ryujin getting the headshot onto the enemy hopper was just very, very good to see. 1-win getting something done here. I mean, as we talked before, right? 1-win, this is their lowest win rate map. It is, interestingly enough, the most played map, but from what I'm seeing here, at least from the previous games that they played, T side is actually the better side for 1-win on this map. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see if they're able to get something done, something differently done here on the T side when they get there, because so far, you know, only a couple of rounds on CT and not really all that convincing, right? That's the main point. It's completely different from what we've seen on Inferno. I'm not saying, you know, they ECSTATIC have 5 rounds, the game is done. Surely not. It's still a lot of chances for 1-win to come back into this one. But again, it's not as convincing as Inferno was, considering the difference in experience and, at the moment, ranking between those two teams.
Well, experience and rankings sure do matter, but right now what matters is for players to hit their shots and for the rounds to go the way that the IGL is really thinking them out loud. And for now, it has been going that way for ECSTATIC. Now we'll see if that changes all around here, as Lachik did get baited into taking the shot. Molotov thrown out, so deters the push just a little bit more. Bomb is going to be going back away here, as you do have Mr. Neelan trying to hold down middle. And again, these Molotovs well timed out here for 1-win. But all they can do is buy up time, as ECSTATIC still need to hit a site, and it's going to be B yet again coming away here for the T side, it looks like. So let's see the push
mid
happen anytime now, and Lele, that's going to be the first one down towards A. Apparently, it's not going to be the B hit. Apparently, they're going to be going back away to the Ryujin, who managed to find one and the second, but two's not enough coming into this one. 2v3, and it is going to be Lachik trying to find something to work with here into the retake. He does have the defuse kit. He does have the time as well, but right now, all he needs to do is find these frags. There's a player down left in mid to try to cut off rotation, and it is going to be Gio trying to find his first frag of the game here, as that's game over. It's going to be Lachik taken on down. And Gio, even though he had such an explosive first map, right now, he's with a FAMAS in hand and with 0 kills on the board. It's going to be the round for ECSTATIC, and it looks like the tables have truly been flipped.
Yeah, we were seeing, even from the start, right, in the previous map, one win, having Gio just started wonderfully with that ace, and then he kept on getting kills, but so far no one really is getting multi-kills from the side of one win. No one's really, you know, taking the reins of the game. At the moment, a technical pause has been called in, and it has been called in by the side of ECSTATIC, interestingly enough. Hopefully nothing too serious, although as we can see them in the camera there for Nixon, and as I said, they are boot camping, so if someone is experiencing an issue, might be all of them. Okay.
They're just moving around. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Nutnola's laughing about it too.
Yeah, it seems like
they're taking
some contact lens fell out. So it's okay. It should be going back into the game soon enough. It seems like it's a happy atmosphere there for ECSTATIC, and why wouldn't it, right? They're feeling good. It's their own map pick, and so far they've been doing pretty well.
They definitely have. They're on the advantage. They've already kind of won the half, right? It's T-side Ancient. The fact that you were able to put up 6 on the board here, definitely going to be a great up. And, again, in the rulebook, if you're going by the rules, when it's a technical timeout, you're not allowed to talk about the game. Now, I'm sure a lot of teams don't really do that because, you know, can't really enforce that in any way. But either way, I feel like this is also a good time for them to kind of take a step back, kind of take a breather, and it's a great step for one win here to kind of try to wash their face out a little bit more, right? Try to get back into this game, and now with the round starting up, it's Gio on an AWP. Now, I don't know what's up with that, and I don't know why it's not on Lachik right now, but he has the armor, he has the flash. Gio has still yet to pick up a frag, so maybe this is going to be his turning point. We're seeing an upper be made right before our eyes, ladies and gents.
Yeah, I was just judging by, you know, the laughs and everything. I don't think they were talking about the game at all, but they kind of need to focus because it's not over. We'll see if Jo can get some impact done with that op. So far, yet to find any impact. So far, no kills on the side of Jo, even though, once again, he was the powerhouse of one win on the first map. Good angle to be held here, and it seems like ECSTATIC are about to take the bait. Neelan in mid in the meantime with the P250, he could certainly take down the Maze. Buster is eliminated, but he does get some damage done. Jo still holding on to the angle, but it is a very complicated angle to hold. You can't really run away if someone's pushing you. Ryujin, though. Look at Ryujin. He pushed all the way from A site. Being held there by Unlele, not able to find a headshot. Neelan finds Maze, though, and that could be a weapon retrieve if there's no one to hold. Jo with a shot onto Chris, too, and it's a 4-on-3. Hold on. This can still be going, you know, in the wrong direction if ECSTATIC are not getting the kills here. Neelan? Good angle. I don't think you ever expect this angle.
Yeah, I don't think he does either. 25 seconds though, the bomb site is being left alone here. Lachik, again, not the one on the AWP, so can't really push in that aggressively, but it's going to be Gio finding one onto Nixon. That's a good shutdown, but Unlele's still left alive. 2v3 now into the retake. It's going to be Lachik somehow finding Unlele. Time ticking away now. They don't have a defuse kit, but maybe they don't need one. Nut still left alive. Finds them both. Nut. That's a beautiful spray transfer. Looking on down to the 1v1. Lachik versus Nut. Half HP left on the Dane, and Lachik needs to push on back here. Time ticking, and he has to get a move on. Can he find it? That's the peak, and here he comes. Nut is gonna go on down. Lachik wins out the round, and this was a full eco. A single AWP coming in from the CT side, and Lachik manages to win it out in the end without the scope because he didn't need it. Nut, he played such a good 1v3 here, but he couldn't make it happen, so it doesn't matter anymore.
A very nice try there out of Nut, in all honesty. But in the end, one win. They will be very happy with this one. Unfortunate timing there onto on Lily, but pushing through the smoke in a 2-on-3. I get it that you kind of have to get something done, right? Because you are at a disadvantage. But you are risking way too much considering, you know, there's an eco going on. Sure, they have the AWP, but that's the only big weapon that they have at the start of the round, of course. Oh, Nixon, Maze already taking a lot of damage. Flash comes in. Neelan, he passes by an enemy. I don't think he was heard. Buster will take down Nixon. Neelan will push up close to Maze, and that's an easy shot for Maze because he sees him running out of the smoke. Okay, Buster. Nice shot onto Maze to kind of get things going once more because everything kind of froze over as the duels stopped. And ECSTATIC, well, they aren't taking their time here. They're on a disadvantage, so they need to be very careful.
Yeah, they do. 55 whole seconds though. Should be fine. Right, they're going to get back together and they're going to try to push on down to the B side. Now, I don't know if Gio has actually heard anything or not. Alongside Buster out here. But Kazakhstani is going to try to peek on in, and Christo's checking down to his angle. Nut's going to be picking up the first one. Estonian falls. Lachik tries to hold it on down. Let's see if he finds something here to work with. I don't think he does here. Bomb's going to get planted. Nut gets it on down to the side. Buster attempts something. Already up to the double kill. He wants even more, and he's gonna find even more. That's the quadra for Buster. Looking for the ace. Can Buster make it happen here for one win? Can he bring it back? Nut again on the clutch. One more time, and Lachik wants to shut him down again. Will it happen, or is Lachik letting Buster find his ace? I think he is, because Buster gets it and manages to win the ace out and the clutch to find the fourth on the board here for one win.
The game is slowly slipping away from the hands of ECSTATIC, and that is not a good sign. They need to be very, very careful about what they want to do in the following rounds, because they can't really allow it to go the way of one win. Because if one win get momentum, it's very, very hard to stop them. It is a half buy out of ECSTATIC, with Crease 2 buying up a weapon. Although we would have expected just an eco, considering it is the second to last round of the first half. And they want to change up the play, go towards A. I think this would be basically the first time we see an A play. Aside from that failed one against the half buy, of course. But with this one, Ryujin drops the molly, and that's going to make them wait a little bit more. Good nade. Oh my, a lot of damage dealt by a single nade there. Boost to come in. And it's going to be one win to try and deny this push. And that molly is going to make it even harder for ECSTATIC. Another nade coming in. Laddick to take down Chris 2. Neelan goes down to Nixon. Oh, okay, Laddick. He didn't hit the shot, but that looked impressive. Buster. Quick kill onto Nixon, and it's all down to Maze. Does have an M4, so he can make it competitive. But he was using his pistol. Maze, I don't think he knew he had the weapon. Buster will take him down. Still a couple of players downed, but economy doesn't really matter anymore because it's the last round of the first half. And ECSTATIC, he could be tied up here after the first 12. Considering how it started, it would be pretty bad.
Would be pretty bad indeed. Now, I do want to make an announcement that Eternal Fire just managed to beat Liquid out here into the Global Finals for the Grand Finals. So they will be our champions out here for the CCT for the first Global Final. There you have it. That's definitely something, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, that's something too, Lachik. There we go. For the last round of the first half here, we managed to get ourselves and Lele out of the fight immediately. Next matchup, the next man up that is going to be scary is going to be Nixon out here for the T side. If he can find him as well, then it should be a decent round here for one win. Moving on over to the A side is going to be Ryujin to try to deny. Good little nade down onto Nixon. Now, here comes the execution, here comes the push, and here comes the tough ask out here from ECSTATIC to try to win it out. Ryujin and Neelan bounce up together, and they manage to find themselves the last 4 rounds here for one win to make it a 6-6, to bring it back on stage, and to send us into the second half wondering who's going to take away this pistol, because it's going to matter a hell of a ton.
Also, just quickly wanted to mention, as you said, the Eternal Fire did win the Global Finals, so they are the champion of champions. I just saw the tweet, so it's not me. Okay, I'm not the one that said it first, but we are gonna be looking here because we are, you know, slowly on our way to crowning another one, but it's gonna take quite a lot of time because it is the 3rd series of EU. Of course, playoffs round the 16, 1 win taking on ECSTATIC, second half of the second map. It is all tied up here after the first 12 rounds. 1 win now on the T side. What a shot at ECSTATIC. Eliminating Nixon and opening up this pistol round in favor of 1 win. There's a couple of players waiting inside the cave from ECSTATIC, and 1 win. He could be heading towards them. The dualies are going to be in play, and if you want to push through this little opening, it's not going to be easy, but if Ryujin gets the kill like that, it's going to make it way easier. And the pistol round, I mean, it's almost over. 1 win have the site, 5-on-2.
Yeah, this is already 1 win being dominant on their T side. They were aggressive, they took it on over, and you got to see what happened, right? I mean, they just ran it on down. Lachik, Buster, Ryujin, they all find frags. And ECSTATIC forced to run away, forced to save away the half armor. Makes you wonder, will they be force buying into the second round here, Pop? I mean, they might. We got to see that in the first best of 3 we casted here together. Time and time again, 3D Max were just buying into the rounds that they lost. And they managed to win them out. So perhaps ECSTATIC might want to rip a page off of their book.
Maybe. I mean, they do have a couple of armor saved over. Yeah, there we go. FAMAS is bought up instantly. Yeah. With the 2 armors saved over and the FAMAS is bought up, I wouldn't say it's the worst thing in the world, but they will call a tactical pause and decide if they do want to force up, considering Unlily just sold his FAMAS, or, you know, they might not want in the end to go for the force buy, but it wouldn't be all that bad. Oh, they will decide to force up. A scout for Chris too. 5-7 Deagle for Maze. It's not the worst force buy in the world, right? I mean, they do have a fairly good chance. If there's a couple of tags coming in, then not none on Lele, deal some damage with the FAMASes. It could still turn scary for 1 win. But 1 win, after they get the pistol round in the back, they don't mess around. AKs, a Galil, and a Mac-10. Straight away, just getting the big guns out, making sure that there's no shortage of them. A couple of mollies being thrown in mid from 1 win, and ECSTATIC, they did get the smoke off, but no presence really here on this side. It's a couple of players in A and 3 on B for ECSTATIC. Feels like Ryujin can take quite a lot of map control with that push through Red Room, and ECSTATIC can't really do anything about it because they're very far away.
They are very far away. But, again, it could be going on over to the A side either way, so it all comes down to Ryujin here to see if he can find something or not, as I think that FAMAS was spotted, those dualies were spotted onto Nixon. Neelan. Seeing them apparently running away. I mean, never really want to go head-to-head up against the dualies in that close quarters. But Christo goes out and away from middle, Doesn't check the position anymore. Allows Ryujin to push on up, but the timing is everything out here onto Lele. And still, the MAC-10 goes, and it goes, and now it might be able to hit on frag, and yes it does, except for the second gets it. Ryujin opens up the A side, doesn't know about the third on to Crystal, as Crystal finds him, and Lele trades it back. Lachik is not gonna die for nothing though. Neelan finds them both out towards the A side, and now the bomb's gonna get picked up and planted as Maze is the last man standing, 1v3. Imagine he finds 3 headshots here though, Pop. I mean, the sky's the limit. A hand cannon is a hand cannon for a reason. Or does he save away the defuse kit and the armor?
Well, for now, it certainly doesn't feel like he wants to go for the round. Just waiting around the corner from Red Room, and I guess he's just waiting for a chance to get an exit kill. Expecting someone to be coming out of Donut anytime now, but one win, they will retreat with all their players towards CT spawn, try and take it safer, try and not give away any of those weapons, especially the AKs. Although Buster does still have the Galil, but one AK is gonna be lost. Maze will save the armor, will save the Deagle, will save the defuse kit, but not the round, as now it's gonna be an eco for ECSTATIC, and that Deagle can go long ways, but one win, they claim 8. With a pretty big potential to getting 9 as well, considering, as I said, no chance for ECSTATIC to buy up here. Spams away from the MAC-10 were good. Ryujin, even though he had the worst weapon out of all of the T side, he was still able to get a double kill, some extra money in the bag and all of that. But now ECSTATIC, they send all of their players towards the B site.
They do indeed. So now Buster, oh, I thought he would have been able to find a free frag, doesn't, loses out to the hand cannon. Maze, a nice little start, but I don't think he's going to be able to pick up the rifle instead. B side completely filled to the brim with the CT side of players remaining. And one win. They've got a free open A side, but they don't know that. And yet, they're still going down towards the second letter of the alphabet. This might be deadly. This might turn into a carnage as Neelan peeks in and sees them all. Only shuts 2 down, though. 2 rifles can be picked up here by the CT side, but instead they won't. Ryujin shuts down Crystal. Low HP onto Nixon remaining. As only the Deagle has been saved away. They're still taking away these fights. OneWin are not going in for the easy route. But I mean, both of these routes are kind of easy, coming down up against pistols. Even though they lost 2 players. And Lele not going to do a lot with the USP. And this is going to be 9-6. 1 win. Get themselves back up into this position, right? We got to see this on the first map as well. Where it was 9-3 for 1 win. And ECSTATIC were attempting to bring it on back. Didn't happen. But it matters most if 1 win can get to those double digits. If that's happening, then ECSTATIC, I think they might start waving the white flag, because it's going to get real tough. But they're not that far down. So maybe this full buy will work out here for the Danes.
It kind of feels like it has to work out. That's the scary part.
Oh, yeah.
If it doesn't, I mean, 1 win, as you said, they get to double digits, but not only that, it's just ECSTATIC. They were in the lead, where that lead is dwindling quite... Oh, it's not nowhere to be seen, and also, ECSTATIC yet to win a round for quite a long time now. And Lele takes down Ryujin. That is a good opening kill. That is a good start for round 16. 3-2 with a shot on the JO. Okay, it's a 5-on-3. If they're careful with this one, it shouldn't be that complicated to get around on the board. But you are up against Neelan, up against Latic, up against Buster. The 3 heaviest hitters of this team on this map, right? JO not really having a good game. Buster not really having a good spray there. Nixon will take down Neelan and install down to Latic 1-on-5. I mean, Latic is a very good player, but I doubt he's even gonna try and get this one. He's slowly backing away towards the spawn. So ECSTATIC, this one works out well. They're gonna get this one in the bag.
Yeah.
And at least keep the pressure up for 1 win, right? Because, once again, 1 win, they've been... How many rounds was that in a row, considering the
7.
first out? Yeah, it was 7 indeed, so...
Yeah. I was about to mention, the fact that they went in through 7 rounds, they won them all. They came back from the first half away, it was 6-2, then 6-6, now 9-6 after winning out the pistol round, and finally, we got to see some life being brought back into this game for ECSTATIC, because at the beginning we both thought, okay, this is looking good for ECSTATIC, they're back in the game, it's their own map pick, finally things are looking up. And it was on their T side as well, right? So moving on over to their defensive side, to the favored side on this map, towards the CT side, you think, okay, they've got this, they're ready, and on the first full buy, we get to see that in play. We get to see them actually win out the round and put 7 on the board. Question is, do they continue this? Because 1win are surely going to force around that AWP, and it's going to mean a lot here for 1win to try to win out this round, because if they do, then ECSTATIC lose the advantage, give away double digits to 1win, and it will be the CIS side moving on in to what is possibly going to be the last stretch out here for this best of 3.
Well, ECSTATIC, it just feels like whatever the case here, I think they still did a pretty good job here on Ancient. And if they keep on doing it, I mean, they can still turn this one around. It's only a couple of rounds difference between the two teams, but it is still very impressive compared to that first map. First map, Inferno, maybe it's not their cup of tea, but this Ancient peak surely looking way, way better for the side of ECSTATIC. Now, in this one, ECSTATIC, they do take control over B main, but at the same time, 1win are looking for play towards A main. Flash comes in. I think Risu was not blinded up at all. Yeah, he's gonna take down Latic. 1win Zopper goes down. Buster just a wall bang through into Jaguar, and he's actually gonna take down on Lele 250. Not eliminated, but enough to force him back. 1win kind of confused there. They don't know if they still want to go towards A. The Opper was there, but guess what? The op is not there anymore. Risu rotated all the way to the B site.
Yes, he did. But still, a well-placed shot with the AK or with the A1S can definitely land yourself even a better outcome than the AWP. For now, though, speaking of the ops, Christo ready to try to hold on this one. That's going to be a nade. That's going to be the Molotov coming on down to the Opper. And the B side, Buster, 1-for-1 trade. Nixon is going to fall on down, and that's going to be the trade on down from Gio, but he falls down to 14. 30 seconds left on the clock, and they're going to try to get the bomb planted.
Oh.
And there we go. Gio, well played. The Opper finally, well, the second in command on the op, finding something to work with finally. They're checking down towards CT. There's nobody there. Both players coming in from Cave right here. It's Maze and Nutnut. They're going to be held on down by Nealon, but the timing is horrible right now. Nobody's checking. That's going to be one headshot in from Nealon. Looking at it for the second time, taken away. He has to hold it. Gio wins it. And that's double digits on the board for 1win. They managed to find a 2v4 clutch. Gio, triple kill. Very happy, you could see. And I would be too if I was in his position, because look at them go now. 10-7.
It feels like a big mistake out of Krisu there. He had no reason to peek. He had two players coming in from behind. Well, it's a little unfortunate there for the side of ECSTATIC. And this peek right here, it made no sense. He had the player advantage, and there was no one to help out Krisu there. Somehow the timing works out in favor of 1win, even though they could have peeked towards JO. They didn't expect him to be all the way pushed into CT spawn, or towards CT. Rather. So double digits for 1win, and ECSTATIC dangerously close to an eco. They will once again be aggressive towards B main. Fully take control over here. In the meantime, Ryujin's working through mid. Jo swings out, and he eliminates Krisu. Quick headshot, not able to take down on Lily just yet, but guess what? Ryujin comes in from mid. And I think the round's over. They're just gonna try and save. But behind the smoke is Buster. Is he able to deal even more damage here as ECSTATIC, they're scrambling to try and save the weapons. Buster's not moving. ECSTATIC, are they gonna check the angle? Oh, they will turn! But Buster gets a double! And it's Maze 1-on-4. Just trying to save that AK. That is gonna be so very important because they're out of money.
Yeah. This is really tough out here for the ECSTATIC side of things. I mean, right now, it's good that Maze manages to find another. The more the merrier. Kill out here for the T side. But one win. They're 2 away from winning it outright. And it should be an eco round here for ECSTATIC if they want to play for overtime. Don't think they have that leniency though. Don't think they have that sort of resilience. They might just have to go in for the force buy here to try their best to keep it together, keep it alive. And Lele, you saw him when he died, put his hand to his head and say that this is probably the end. Such an important round, lost away now. Could have been 10-8, could have been a real close one. But it wasn't. So now, a full eco coming through for ECSTATIC. They're going to be playing for overtime. And Maze, oh, he's going in with a soul rifle, trying to be aggressive. Gio is going to shut him down immediately. And there you have it, free A site, free round, and free game out here for one win. We'll be one away from winning it all.
I mean, as long as they try to get some kills here. Because there's nothing really to save from this round out of ECSTATIC. I don't think even just some exit kills are gonna cut it. Might as well try the round either way. Because I guess the economy is gonna matter if they're able to secure a round. But one win still standing pretty well in terms of the economy. Buster, he expects multiple players behind him, and he's gonna be right about that. On Lele, though, takes down Jo. Timing is good, and Buster could fall, but oh, he's looking for her. All those eco kills, runs out of bullets. No matter, he's gonna get a Glock out, and he's gonna take down Nixon. But they lost Jo and Ryujin, so still a couple of weapons that they need to buy. 5 match points for one win, 5 chances to close out this best of 3 and move into the next round of the playoffs. And ECSTATIC, they need 5 rounds in a row to force out overtime.
And what a way to bring it back, right? Buster in the first map was the one bottom of the scoreboard with a 5-9 scoreline. Now he's at the top with 20 francs to his name. And it's a complete way turnaround, right? Because Gio had such a slow start. And I think currently he's still at the bottom of the leaderboard and he was on the top at the beginning. So yeah, really interesting to see how this team kind of has its dynamics as Crystal managed to find that double. Ryujin trades it immediately back. Gio still in the game, finds that headshot. And somehow, someway you think, okay, sure, Crystal finds 2. Finally, a good looking round for ECSTATIC. No, they bring it right back around and one win are still in this game. It's a 3v2 and now the run over. Nixon was about to just go all in towards that AWP. No need to be that aggressive though. It's a 2v3. You should be playing it slow. Play alongside Nutnut here. Maybe catch Ryujin off guard, down onto catwalk. One win. Right now playing on T-spawn, and it's going to be Ryujin to really try to fend off for himself. But Nixon doesn't go. Going to be playing it into the site. It all comes down to this. Can he make it a 2v2? I think he might be able to. There it is! Ryujin down! And a 2v2. Lachik and Gio versus Nutnut and Nixon. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu. I think we saw this 2v2 before, Pop. And I don't quite remember how it went.
Well, we're about to find out as with 30 seconds left, one win make their way into the B site. Molly just to secure cave. And ECSTATIC will understand where the play just happened. And you do have to play together. And that's exactly what they're gonna do. It's Nixon running amok and not just walking around. The smokes are coming in and they actually block one win out of the site completely. There might actually be a chance here for ECSTATIC.
Have a smoke.
Oh, there's a nade though. There's the nade, and that's gonna be blown open. The smoke, the spam is good. Not goes down, and Ladek through the smoke, he takes down Nixon for the win, and it's gonna be 1 win, getting the 2 maps required and eliminated.